Hello, and welcome to A Cuppa with Karen. This piece is for a presentation. The Greens launched their global LGBT plus network. So, presented by Sean Mulcahy, the Global Greens LGBT plus network aims to facilitate networking and cooperation between LGBT plus groups in Green parties across the world. It is being established by the current equality spokesperson for the Greens Party of England and Wales, Amy Challoner, and myself, one of the founders of Queer Greens Victoria in Australia. Because Sean's from Australia, he's studying over in England at this time. This is Sean back in Australia. I think he's at Oakley Library Council. Sorry, he is protesting against parents who have shown up upset with the council regarding drag queen story time because he's all for that. This is Amy Challoner. Unfortunately, she is no longer with the Greens. Amy is a trans woman married to a man that makes questionable stories, and her father was her campaign manager, which is why she was terminated from the Greens. He had just gotten out of prison for child rape and torture. So, the Global Greens Charter commits the Greens to support the rights of gay and lesbian people to their lifestyle, and the network will work to implement this commitment in parliaments and in international forums. Many Greens parties have built on this commitment to advocate for bisexual, trans, diverse, and intersex rights, including the Australian Greens in its policy, sexual orientation, gender identity, and intersex affairs, which we will look at next. So, for more information, we'll have a look at the proposed constitution. It's pause and read. It's only 2 pages. Their aims, their membership, their organisational structure, steering committee, working groups, and decision-making principles. So here we are now at the Greens Sexual Orientation, Gender Identity and Intersex in Australia. So these are the things the Australian Greens believe in. 6. People have a right to self-identify their gender, which is integral to people lived experience as citizens and members of the community. We recognise transgender and non-binary gender identities exist and are valid. Now, if you disagree with that and you think that there's men and women and sex is binary, you may not be a part of the Greens. You will either be asked to leave or you will be kicked out. Now, their aims: a community led and developed whole of government LGBTQIA plus strategy to guide policy and on LGBTQIA plus issues across the government. This picture is Rachel Evans on the left from the Socialist Alliance. Sean Mulcahy, we just spoke about. He's back in Ballarat now. He's the founder of Queer Greens Victoria. And his friend on his right, Belinda Coates, another Green. She is the endorsed Green on Ballarat Council. Belinda Coates got the LGBTQIA plus committee onto Ballarat Council, and Sean gave submissions and assisted in the being accepted by the council. On the 28th of the 4th in 2021, which resulted in this LGBTIQA plus inclusion plan. This is their 2-year action plan. Audit, develop, include. Demonstrate City of Ballarat's commitment to access and inclusion by publicising a statement of commitment across a range of settings such as facilities, websites, and social media. Access organisational digital safety practices and monitor and respond promptly to any LGBT discrimination on social media. That also means anything disagreeable. They don't have the angry emojis on their bits of the site, so you can't do that. And yes, if too many people start writing things they don't like, they turn off the comments and will only keep the comments up there that agree with them. Review the council's public toilet strategy, which has recently been done, as well as repairing some toilet blocks in Ballarat. They also put money towards destination toilets. And they have a police liaison officer now. Anyway, you can read all these. Establish baseline data from staff regarding cultural identity, languages spoken, LGBTQ plus identity, gender, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander identity, and disability to understand the diversity of the organisation. So, create a calendar of inclusion related days of significance and resources to promote a whole of organisation approach to marking the day. Develop and implement guidelines to ensure that information provided by the City of Ballarat is inclusive and accessible. Develop a library images representing our diverse community use in council publications and communications. Hang out in the facilities such as the library, early years services, Ballarat Aquatic and Lifestyle Centre, and the Art Gallery. Feature LGBT plus welcoming signage in council buildings and facilities. Explore opportunities for planned creative installations in the City of Pride Month in 2024, which is happening this June, in line with the municipal early years plan. Identify opportunities for publications, public art, and other initiatives for child audiences that celebrate diverse children and families. Review grant programs for opportunities to be more inclusive. Promote council grant programs to LGBTIQA plus organisations. Investigate opportunities to get parents of trans and gender diverse kids and older people into the programs. And yeah, and I miss one that is that the council will advocate on a state and federal level for the LGBTQIA plus community. Anyway, this is getting moved around the councils by Rainbow Local Government. It's on Facebook and its administrator is Sean Malkay. Now, after it was set up in Ballarat, Geelong Council, also by an endorsed member of the Greens, Councillor Sarah Mansfield, Diversity, Inclusion and LGBTIQ plus portfolio. She put in a successful notice of motion in June and she's getting the LGBTQIA plus advisory committee up and running. And once you get that up and running, you get the plan. Anyway, in the meantime, Geelong Council's inclusive practice training. Introduction to gender, sexuality and the impacts of heteronormativity, mental health issues experienced by rainbow young people, understanding pronouns, how to develop an inclusive environment and best practice when interacting with the rainbow community. Outcomes. Understanding the barriers and challenges experienced by LGBTQIA plus young people, gain awareness of the terminology associated with the LGBT plus community and a better understanding of abilities and identities, support school community to create safe, us safe and inclusive environments for students, gain knowledge of how to keep LGBTQIA plus youth safe and included in the classroom and broader school community and how to be helpful. You can't wait. So recently in Ballarat, Pride Month has been advertised on the news and it's been on Facebook. Well, the radio news. And here's the Mayor Des. Ballarat Pride Month to celebrate LGBTIQA plus community. Now you can look this up, Ballarat Pride Month. You have to go through the council website perhaps, or you might just be able to look straight up. So let me show you something in the program. So we have Pride Craftism Workshop, Pride Swim and Gym, Ebb and Flow Contemporary Dance Workshop for ages over 13. We have Chicken and Champagne Brunch at the Canberra Hotel, Uncoordinated Quiz 10 Bin Bowling, Online Dating 101. And from right to left, Art for Self-Expression Workshop, Aging with Pride Q&A at Ballarat Library, and under 12s drop-in at Q Hub. Q Hub location emailed upon registration. And that ends presentation number 1. Thank you and see you later. Bye.